elements, maybe not as scary, but have that, evil, dark, or demented factor in it. But these are scary games where you sit there and you actually jump or scream or cry, whatever you do.
Like little pansies.
Yeah. But we're going to list ours right now, and Slasher's going to start with his number 10.
Yeah, hi everybody. It's been a while, but my number 10 is going to be Resident Evil Remake. Now, Resident Evil Remake originally came out on GameCube, and now it has come out to other systems and next gen, and everybody gets a taste of this awesome atmospheric game. And while I had a really hard time debating upon the first game, which scared me as a younger kid, and this newer version, which scared me as an adult, the atmosphere really played into it being scarier. The Crimson Heads that come out really scared the shit out of me. And that Lisa creature that comes was like a totally new thing, too. And it was just like, get it away from me right now. Get it away.
And I've actually never beat the game. I played it twice. And I do agree the atmosphere in that game is just... It's nail-biting because you're in a very small, confined place. I mean, the mansion's big, but not that big. And also, the zombies just kind of jump at you instead of seeing them come to you. They just are laying on the ground. You don't know if that one's going to move or just stay dead.
The Crimson Heads, man, if you don't burn them or shoot their head off, they come back. They regenerate as faster with claws and teeth, sharp teeth, and they run really fast. And it's like, oh, get away! So yeah, that's why it's number 10.
Alright, and my number 9 is going to be Clock Tower 3. Now, I've never played the previous Clock Towers, but Clock Tower 3 I bought because I was a huge horror fan growing up. I was like, I gotta try it. I put it in, and it was pretty damn scary. It was one of the only games where you have something tagging along trying to kill you the whole time, and it's like this big hulking creature, and it is scary as shit. And games recently have kind of followed that with Alien and then somewhat Outlast, but this game is truly one of the only games that did it back then on the PS2, and it freaked the shit. It's not even one of my favorite games. I didn't even really love it all that much, but the scary factor is definitely one of the biggest things in that game.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that the gameplay was okay, and the story was kind of convoluted and confusing, but when they hit you hard with those freakouts and those things chasing you, it got you really, really good.
Hit you hard with a hammer.
that poor kid.
15
it's
years
still
later.
Brutal. Silent Hill 2. Now, Silent Hill obviously is another long-running survival horror franchise, and while 1 came out and really did a lot of cool things and got the series on the map, 2 kind of brought it to next gen back then, which was PS2. Totally new look, visuals, it looked realistic, and it had some of the most disturbing things in it, aka fucking Pyramid Head. You didn't know what he was, you didn't know what he was doing to what things he was doing to. It was just really twisted, and then by the time you beat the game, not only was the whole game had weird creatures, but, by the time you beat the game, there was just a really twisted ending, and it just disturbed me greatly by the revelation at the very end. So that's why it's my number 8.
Number 7, we're going to come to a game that isn't all that scary, but I thought it was, in a sense, Dead Space. And this was on my top 5 horror games because I do think it's one of the best horror franchises, even though the third kind of faltered a bit. It's still really fun. But Dead Space 1 had something that all these games that I have listed don't have, except number 1, that I'm going to pick later, is sound. And sound can be extremely important, not only in movies, but in games. And it does so well here. When you're just walking down the corridor, you got a shotgun, so you should not be scared of shit. But when you hear these creatures above your head or below you because they're through the vents and on the side of the walls, it's just some freaky shit. So it always made me stop and look around. Even though I know I could kill them, it's still scary as fuck when they're right below you in the vents. And at any minute, that game had it that it would pop out at different points in the game, so you never knew where it was coming from. So Dead Space 1 definitely gets my number, what are we at? 7.
I think we're
my number 7 spot.
I think we're at 7. I was going to say 2. Yeah, I remember a story, and I was going through the space station, and I was like, it's coming. And then I shot it, and it went in the vent, and I was like, okay, it's gone. It came out behind me, and it scared me, and I pooped. So yeah, it was bad.
And I pooped.
Yeah, it was bad. This one is one that probably a lot of people didn't play due to its system, but now that it is out on digital for PS4 and Xbox One, you have no excuses. Zombie U, or as is now called, Zombie. And this is a first-person game. It's zombies, of course, zombies get played out, etc. But this is one of the first horror games with zombies that I felt really made you feel like you were in a situation with zombies. And what I mean by that is not only did it involve item and resource management, but it was just scary because the zombies could pretty much kill you in one bite. Until later in the game, when you got an item that you could kind of repel them with if you had it, you get bit, you're dead. And then you play as another survivor, and you got to go beat the shit out of your old guy and get your stuff. And if you don't, you got to get everything else, and it just added tension. But that's not even all of it. Then you put that combined with some creepy atmosphere, like a creepy little kids preschool that you explore, and thunder and lightning.
Nightmare. I fucking hate
that game. The game was scary. And I'll tell you what, it's funny how like games like use children's music and stuff to scare things. And yeah, now that I have a kid, I'm like, that's not fair. That's not fun. That's not funny at all.
That's not funny, motherfuckers. That's scary. But I agree, that preschool part alone, I have a recording, it's embarrassing, but it's me just screaming like a little bitch for like 10 minutes. It is literally the scariest part in that game, and probably one of the scariest moments ever for me in video games, period. So we're coming in at number 5, and this one was a little hard. I wasn't sure who I was going to go with, but I'm going to go with Evil Within first. And the reason why is Evil Within, in my opinion, has some of the best atmosphere ever in terms of gross out atmosphere. It has levels that literally made me sick. But the thing that I love most about the game is the parts when it had so many different types of gameplay. There was parts when it's balls to walls action. There's parts when you're limited ammo, so you have to run away. And then there's parts where you literally cannot fight a certain someone, and he will just fucking kill you in one hit. So you gotta hide, you gotta run, you gotta just be on your toes. And I really love the fact that game alternated so much between those sections. So I have to give it up for Evil Within. Just the gameplay alone, keeping it fresh every single level, in terms of every level being scary no matter what you're doing. So I really love the scary factor in Evil Within.
Yeah, and if anybody knows me, they know that I'm a hardcore fan of that game. Four now?
Number 4.
Number 4. Now this one's not an oldie, but it's a little bit of an oldie. Doom 3. Now,
that's old.
Now Doom 1 and 2 weren't really scary at all, but they were a pioneer of first-person shooting along with Wolfenstein, and kind of changed the face of shooting games, and for much good reasons. But when 3 finally released on PC, and then later on consoles, and then later on other consoles, it's this game that took the shooting elements and really threw it in there. And this was pre-Dead Space, I think. I'm pretty sure. So it took that sci-fi element and the balls to the wall action, but then you'd walk into a room, see a reflection of yourself, and like you'd look like a demon, and then flames of hell would come up, and then it would flash, and you're like, what was that? And I can still remember to this day playing the original Xbox version, getting in an elevator, coming out, the elevator doors open, there's just a dark hallway flashing around, and for some reason, I don't know what it is, I hear a chainsaw, and it just scared the shit out of me, and then this thing comes at me, and it disappears, and yeah, the game was filled with moments like that, along with its cool action. It might not have stuck exactly to the gameplay of the originals, per se, like crazy, just hardcore arcade action, but the atmosphere was through the roof, and that's why it's on the list.
Yeah, let me tell you a little quick story.
Ooh, I like stories. Tell me.
Okay. I didn't play Doom 3 too much, but that's because I was a little boy when that game came out, and I popped it in my Xbox, I was like, oh, this looks so fun, and I realized that you have to keep your flashlight up or a gun up, and I knew this wasn't going to be for me at this age. So I fucking died like 5 times, and I got so scared, and I just shut it off. So that's a testament to how fucking scary that game.
No, I'm dead.
At the best scary games now, and I have to go with number 3 as Condemned. And let me make it clear, Condemned 1. Though I do like Condemned 2. Condemned 1 is the only game where is there monsters?
Kinda
Monsters.
It's like it's debatable.
There's debatable monsters. There's creatures. There's demons, I think. But nothing scared me more than the bums in the fucking subway system. These things, these creatures, I'm going to call them, these monsters, they would talk to you. Yeah, just all day when you're in the subway. You don't even have to be near them. All of a sudden, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, what was that? Where is it coming from? And you never know, because the game, the lighting, everything in that game was so perfectly done in atmosphere, and all you have are your fists. So you gotta fight, and you're beating up one bum, and then another bum comes and attacks you, and he's screaming at you like you raped him or something. It's really disturbing.
And you know, because you lived in a big city, there ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, so I didn't use the subway system for 2 years after that, and it's very I'm just kidding, I take it every day. But it is very scary. So just the bums alone in Condemned, plus all the other scary shit that happens, like the doll factory, which was disturbing. The game was beautiful in terms of scary. Scared the shit out of me.
Actually, the doll factory, if I remember, was 2. But,
okay, so not the doll factory, but
there was the mannequins in the mannequins in the Christmas themed storefront that was freaky. And you walk past one and you think it's gonna come alive, and then all of a sudden it comes alive, and then all of a sudden you turn around, there's like 5 of them around you, and you're like, oh my god, get away from me. So yeah, that's an excellent series, and while 2 kind of was scary, but kind of went a little bit of a different direction, unfortunately we never got a 3rd one, that's still such a memorable scary game. Number 2. Now this is going to be a surprise probably to you, and it is a surprise to me, because I just played this like the other night, and I haven't even finished it, and I don't want to, which is just part of the reason why it's on this list.
That's a good reason. I can't finish the game.
There's a game on PC right now and Xbox One in early access. It's not even finished yet. Fucking game scared me so bad I don't want to play it. It's not even finished.
I know what
terrifying.
It is. Yes. It's Freddy.
Yeah. No. It is not Five Nights at Freddy's. It is Layers of Fear, and if you have not heard about this game and you're into horror, you definitely want to check it out. The basic premise is that you're this painter, and I don't know what the fuck else is going on. Like, seriously, things start out kind of slow for the first 10 minutes, and after that, it is a roaring roller coaster of jump scares, crazy atmosphere, shit flying at you, things popping out at you, things growling at you, me shit in the bed. I mean, that's when I was playing it. I mean, the only thing that was comical out of the whole game so far that I played is there's a part where like the wall started crumbling and then a painting that had fruit in it started popping out all this fruit. I was like, oh, it's pooping out fruit, you know? And that was about the only comical moment I had, because the rest of it was terrifying. And I actually stopped once playing this game. So yeah. Anyway, Layers of Fear. That was a very surprise big one for me. So yeah.
I think you're going to agree with me here. This is one of the scariest franchises, but I don't know if you played Fatal Frame 2. Did you play Fatal Frame 2? I did. Okay. So, Fatal Frame 2 scared the shit out of me. Again, a little story I gotta say. I was a little boy. Even younger than Doom. Right?
Younger than Doom.
Maybe. And so I put it in my PS2 instead of my Xbox because it wouldn't work. And I turned it on, and oh my god. Oh, the game, see, the thing about Fatal Frame that makes it scary is, one, it's Japanese. So the little girls are already scary before they're demons.
Mm-hmm.
Not racist, just saying. And 2, and this is the scariest shit, you use a camera to capture these ghosts, right, on screen.
I am afraid of ghosts. Yes, I am.
I was scared because you can't see these ghosts until you turn on the camera. But just like Doom, you can't walk and look at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it's first person, so they're right in your face.
Yeah, so you hear them. That's how you know they're around. You hear a little sound, a little ting-a-ling-a-ding. There they are, right in front of your fucking face when you turn on that camera. And oh my god, I literally had to stop playing about every 32 minutes. I don't know where I got the 2 from, but every 30 minutes, it scared me so bad. And I was young, so then I played it again when I was much older. And I gotta be honest, I played a little longer, but it still scared the living shit out of me.
Yeah.
It's just the atmosphere, the sound effects, the idea of the gameplay, which is still really good, even in the new one. It's scary. It's a different type of game. There's nothing out there like that.
There isn't. And I always think it's funny because, like, the game, you know, you're supposed to fight them by taking pictures. But the thing is you do more damage the better the pictures are, which to include giving close-ups. So it's like you're like encouraged to get closer, and you're like, "Fuck no, I don't want to get that." And it's like, "Say cheese."
You're encouraged to get right in their fucking face, so they eat you.
And you know, like you said, it's in Japanese culture, and that's, you know, for us that's foreign, so that already makes us feel just uncomfortable. I've been to foreign countries when you don't know your surrounding or the culture. That alone puts you a little bit on edge just because you're not familiar with it.
But yeah, that is our top 10 scariest games. I'm talking about scary, like peekaboo, oh shit type shit.
Yeah, I'm talking about change my pants, I don't want to play anymore, and boy, that's really brown. That kind of scary.
But I would love to hear your guys' opinion down below. I know some games that we didn't put on here that we were very close to putting. I want to see those down there, because if I swear to God, if I see like Resident Evil 5 as one of your games, I will just kill
We already had a slap fight debating what we were going to put on here, so let's not have a slap fight in the comments. Please, we love you.
And everybody have a good day.
Yeah.
And I should be putting this out on Halloween, so happy Halloween.
Oh, and yeah, let me say happy Halloween. And can I blast my Twitter?
Yeah, blast your Twitter, your Facebook, your YouTube, your...
everybody who follows you probably knows who I am, so SlasherJPC. But if you want to follow me on Twitter and listen to my stupid antics at times, at Justinator5000. Yes, that's a stupid name, but I have it. So, thank you.
And you also write for a website. What's the website?
Gosh, I write for ztgd.com, I write for savingcontent.com, and you can catch my podcast, whatever, that's featured on bloodydisgusting.com.
He gets reviews out before everybody else, so go check his stuff out, because I watch it before I buy it.
This is what you'll say.
Give me a Y, give me an E, give me an F. Yeah!
Whee! Maybe you won't really say that, but that's okay.
I don't know what that
was my yes.
Yeah! Okay. Yeah, cheerleader. Okay.
And of course, always stick around for Whitey stuff, because he's the man.
Yeah, plus I'm so bored, I'm just creating crazy top 5s. But enjoy. Everybody have a wonderful day. Happy Halloween. Don't die, please.
Halo 5 rocks.
Yes, Halo 5 rocks.
So where's your savior? Turn up. Yes, angels fall from the sky. Yes, idle hands let me inside. I cannot be crucified.